All right, we're solving linear systems again. We're going to do one more 2x2 linear system, specifically to show that this one has no solutions. So we already did the last two videos were doing a 2x2 system with one solution and a 2x2 system with infinitely many. And we did the strategy, and so we're going to do the exact same strategy. Regardless of the system, when you do it and you haven't made the questions up yourself, you don't know what kind of solution you have. What you have hopefully seen in the videos or in your classes is that there's only 3 cases, which is a good scenario. Regardless of the size of the system, whether it's square or not, there's only 3 cases. One solution, no solution, or infinitely many solutions. This one's going to have none. This little piggy had none. So augment the matrix 1 1 4 1 1 3. What that really says is, even if you look at it and use some common sense, it says 2 numbers are going to add to 4 and the same 2 numbers are going to add to 3. That seems like something's going to go wrong, and so let's see how easy it is in the augmented matrix to find that out. So once again, I've augmented the matrix. I have Gauss's mantra of having a leading 1 in the top left corner again, and then I need to eliminate this non-zero entry below it, all of them. In this case, we only have 1 row below. So I'm going to augment row 2. Row 2 is going to go to row 2 minus row 1. Or, technically speaking, everyone always asks me this. Yes, it's adding a multiple of row 1 to row 2. Row 1 minus row 2, or row 2 minus row 1 is row 2 plus -1 times row 1. So when I do that, I get the new augmented matrix. 1 minus 1 is 0, 1 minus 1 is 0, and 3 minus 4 is -1. Or if I'm lazy, I'm going to multiply the row by, I will leave it. I like -1 too, don't leave him out of the story. So what does this say? I check again, I'm in REF. What are my mantras? If I have any 0 rows, put them to the bottom. I don't have any of those 0 rows. If I have any leading entries, I have 0 below where possible, that's true. And in any 2 non-zero entries or non-zero rows, the leading entry in the bottom row is further to the right than the entry in the top row. It's much easier to explain when I have a matrix in my hand on the board. So that's what that last condition is saying. However, also, depending on the book you're using, it will say if the coefficient matrix has a rank which is 1 in this scenario, doesn't match the augmented matrix which has rank 2, then the system is inconsistent. So that's already one way to argue this system's inconsistent, because the rank of the coefficient matrix is 1, the rank of the augmented matrix is 2, and they don't match, so inconsistent. That seems really abstract when you're first trying to learn algebra and you're like, what are they talking about? So here's an alternate version. We're in REF, and so what does that really say? Again, in this one specifically, you're going to get confused. 1 equals 0 is okay. 0 equals -1 is bad and no solution. So everyone always has troubles with this. I just gave 2 midterms. No one likes it. So what this says is 0 times x1 plus 0 times x2 equals -1. But on the other hand, this is 0 and this is 0. So, and 0 plus 0 luckily is 0. So what that really tells us is 0 equals -1. And so what it's saying is this system has a solution if and only if 0 equals -1. And this seems to be not true, which is a contradiction, and therefore this system has no solutions. And we want marker drop.